Alrighty, folks, I'm trying to bring the best news, or the top news, and it's just overwhelming quantity-wise, but we got an article here out of Breitbart.com. I think that's one of the top overall sites, but we got Cory Booker. Cory Booker. If I'm president, I'm going to bring a fight to the NRA they have never seen before. Ooh. He's railing against the NRA, huh? Wonder why. Why? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? So he wants a top fight with the NRA. Cory Booker versus NRA. Why would he fight the NRA? What have they done wrong? Why go after folks who have done nothing wrong? That seems really like a messed up, conflictory way to go about things if he's going after a group that have done nothing wrong. Seems kind of pretty backwards. Of course, he's spewed other stuff as well, but we'll probably do that on a different video. Sunday on CNN, State of the Union, Senator Cory Booker, Democrat, New Jersey, said if he is president, he is going to bring a fight to the NRA to combat gun violence. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's doing it to combat gun violence. Well, Cory, as you probably know, Cory, to get rid of gun violence, you just have to get rid of everyone's gun around the whole world, and then you'd fix the gun violence. Good luck, buddy. Good luck, buddy. Good luck, buddy. So that's his solution, huh? Gun violence. Gun violence, the problem. And he's introducing the solution, which is combat NRA. They've done nothing wrong. Here's the thing. I call this kind of concept socialistic morality. There's probably a way better term for it, but this is the garbage that always happens. Instead of hold the individual, the whatever wacko who utilizes a weapon wrongly against folks to hurt them or murder them wrongly in non-self-defense. Instead of hold that person individually accountable for their actions and make a public example out of them, which we got rid of like 100 years ago, and people would see, if I do this is the result. So it's giant incentive. We're going to refrain from that. We're never going to even think that. And versus toss them in prison for 10, 20 years, whatever the case, have everyone pay for them to be provided for, welfare, and loot everyone for that, you know. So that, and then take what they did, but weaponize that in of itself, and let's take what they did and blame everyone who did nothing wrong, and let's punish everyone for one person's wrongdoing. Socialistic morality is what I call it. There's probably a way better term for it, but that's just what I have been calling it. So that's what's so messed up about all this stuff. They're exploiting bad things that happen to push their darn agenda, which is rail against guns and disarm people. And if you disarm people, there's only slaves. And if there's only slaves can be genocided. if you can't fight back. Look what happened to the Jews. The Jews disarmed and genocided. Do you think blacks would have fought back during slavery era? Not the voluntary kind, the involuntary kind, which it probably transitioned into. If they had guns, they would have fought back. So, and guns help defend a lot of women from predatory males in one way or another, thieving or sexual. So it's the great equalizer, they call it. So why wouldn't he want the female equality, railing against guns and NRA, National Rifle Association? I'm not the most 100% familiar with NRA, but I know essential. Booker said, I so badly want to be president because if I am president of the United States, I'm going to bring a fight to the NRA they have never seen before. They've done nothing wrong and he wants to fight them. They've done nothing wrong. He wants to punish the wrong people, the wrong person, the wrong group. So take a bad event, exploit it to ram through the agenda. Let's punish everyone for one person's wrongdoing. The best argument I've heard for this is because of a rape, let's chop every guy's gear off. Because of a rape, we'll chop every guy's gear off. It's really funny, but it drives home the point. It drives home the point. It's totally flawed. Totally flawed. I tell you what, the people in this community know this is not just horrific. Mass shooting after mass shooting works. Have mass shootings in our country every day. No. You're exaggerating. Baloney. It's not every day. The media obsesses over them and spends a week covering them when they happen, which probably ought not, because some are probably doing it for the attention. So best not to do that. Every day we lose dozens of lives by not. Democrats are pro-abortion and they're complaining about guns when guns are nothing compared to abortion. 61 million, half female, all of them disarmed, no way to defend themselves, no voice, and yet he's talking about measly guns, sometimes improperly used by students or otherwise, when, 60 years ago, whatever the case, 50, 60 years ago, the parking lots were full of trucks with guns just sitting there in the cars. Nobody did anything wrong. They were actually trained to respect the weapons. They were trained. And with these violent acts today, there's many different things tied to them. It is often the case they're on some sort of brain medicine, and there's probably other life problems going on. So it's not the gun. It's not the gun. Someone would use anything else to achieve their goal. There's many different weapons throughout history, okay? So it's just one among many. So they would use many other things. So it's not the gun. The gun does nothing wrong. The gun does nothing wrong. It can't act upon its own. There's always an agent utilizing it. We punish the individual and hold them personally accountable for their actions, not blame everyone and punish everyone. If you do that, then the bad guys win, because everyone's liberty and freedom are restricted and rights. The terrorists win if you give them that ground, or if you do that kind of as a response. You don't do that kind of a response. You hold the individual personally accountable. You do not blame everyone who did nothing wrong and punish them. That's insane. That's insane. And we've done that a number of times. So we should not do that. We should not do that. La-di-da-di-da. I'm going to come at this like folks I've never seen before. I'm going to use policy and use tactics to end this nightmare in our country. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I think in my view, with Cory Booker railing against guns, I find him to be dangerous if he ever got into power. So I don't think his little brownie points with people is going to work. People are calling him Spartacus. Yeah. He's fighting people who have done nothing wrong. Absolutely insane. So thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more. I will see you up ahead. And feel free to subscribe so that the average Joes can become the media. So I'll see you up ahead. Take it cool. And thanks for watching.